Winds out of the southwest, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Right now, 75.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. I'm Reed Kamai. The Taylorville community will have the opportunity to learn tonight about the budget the city's school district is proposing for the next fiscal year. The budget presentation is one of over 24 items on the agenda for the Taylorville School Board's monthly meeting. As always, it will take place at 6 in the school district's boardroom at 1100 North Sportsman Drive next to the high school. In addition to the budget presentation, the board will vote on the proposed public budget hearing and approval vote date, which looks set to be Tuesday, September 8th. The hearing would begin at 5:45 that day. The board will also vote on contract renewals regarding Durham School Services and Technology Network Infrastructure Management, along with the district healthcare plan and district evaluators. Other notable agenda items include votes on 4 facility usage agreements, including one by the Christian County Board, addressing 6 FOIA requests, and a vote on a realtor for a property sale. As is customary, before new business, the board will hear public comment, review and approve claims, and hear the treasurer's report. Superintendent Brandy Bruley will present her report near the end of the meeting. There will also be a moment of silence to remember Sandy Ward, a former elementary teacher in the district who died on July 26th. Stay tuned for updates after the meeting. The potential for strong to severe thunderstorms today is increasing across parts of central Illinois, with damaging winds being the primary concern. Forecasters say storms could organize into a complex system of windy thunderstorms and move southeast across the area. The storms are expected to develop fairly quickly into today's late morning hours as a remnant area of energy moves into Illinois from Iowa. The main time frame being watched is from approximately 10 this morning through 7 today, although forecasters say the exact timing and location of the strongest storms will be refined as the event gets closer. The greatest potential for strong storms currently appears to be along and north of Interstate 74. Storms in that area could produce wind gusts of 75 miles per hour or higher. Residents should remain weather aware throughout the day and have multiple ways to receive weather warnings. If a severe thunderstorm warning is issued for your location, move indoors and stay away from windows. High winds can also create additional hazards by knocking down tree limbs and power lines and blowing around unsecured outdoor objects. If possible, bring in or secure items such as patio furniture, decorations, trash cans, and other loose objects before storms arrive. Residents are encouraged to monitor the latest forecasts throughout the day and be prepared to take shelter quickly if severe weather develops. The Montgomery County Health Department is reminding residents to take precautions against mosquito bites after routine testing identified multiple mosquito samples positive for West Nile virus. According to Environmental Health Director Cindy Howard, positive samples have been collected in Nokomis on July 10th, Farmersville on July 15th, 20th, and 22nd, Taylor Springs on August 3rd, and Witt on July 17th. Health officials say the frequent West Nile virus activity is a reminder to eliminate potential mosquito breeding areas and protect yourself from mosquito bites while outdoors. Residents are encouraged to report potential breeding sites so they can be investigated and treated if necessary. In communities with organized mosquito control programs, reports can be made to the local municipal hall. Other potential breeding sites can be reported to the Montgomery County Health Department. The health department also has a limited supply of BTI briquettes available for county residents to treat mosquito breeding areas on their own properties. West Nile virus is spread through the bite of an infected mosquito. Most people who become infected do not develop symptoms, but illness can include fever, headache, and body aches. More serious complications, including encephalitis and meningitis, are possible, particularly for people over the age of 50. The Montgomery County Health Department has been conducting West Nile surveillance since May by trapping and testing adult mosquitoes. Despite the fact that the department is not testing dead birds this year, residents who observe a sick or recently dead crow, blue jay, robin, or other perching bird are still encouraged to report it to the health department for monitoring purposes. To make a sick or dead bird report, call the health department at 217-532-2001. Additional details on the West Nile virus can be found online at idph.state.il.us. The Taylorville Police Department is seeking to reassure the public over its use of flock cameras. These devices are designed to monitor roadways and collect visible information of vehicles they observe. TPD and other agencies have justified the use of flock cameras, saying they assist with finding people wanted for suspected crimes and protecting those in danger. The devices have, however, been the subject of controversies in recent years. Concerns around license plate detection errors, data collection, and more have led to campaigns and proposed legislation to end their use. Taylorville Police Chief Dwayne Wheeler defends the use of these cameras by his department. He says his staff input the details of a vehicle relevant to an incident into the system, which can then alert officers if it detects the vehicle.
What people gotta understand is it's what we put in, what we're looking for. Okay, so investigation-wise, it's a great tool. For example, if we just had a residential burglary or home invasion, and then all of a sudden the Ring camera picked up the plate, okay, we could put the plate in right away and find out which way you left, if you left town. Now, if you didn't leave town, that means you're still in town driving around somewhere. If you left town, okay, we'll know which way. Say, for example, if you go down 48 towards Decatur, we contact, okay, Stonington Police, Blue Mountain Police, let them know they're coming your way. Then when they get in Decatur, Decatur's got a whole bunch of flock cameras, so we'll find out where you're at, and Decatur police will try to catch them.
Chief Wheeler also spoke on worries that officers may use the cameras and the information they collect for their personal purposes. He says department policies around access ensure this cannot happen.
You had some recently that got in trouble for using it to find out where their wives are, their girlfriends, or their husbands, or boyfriends. You can't do that. That means that department has it accessible to their officers. We don't have it that way, okay? We have it in our dispatch system area, okay? And you can't just say, where's this plate going to, without having a case number and a reason why. So we have a policy that's a real strict policy that dispatch cannot release any information to anyone without unless it's a case, or if there's an investigations for drugs. If we know a drug dealer, okay, that is from Springfield or Decatur, and we want to see if he comes to town regularly and try to find his times, then we could put that in there because that's part of an investigation. So that's what Flock's all about, and that's what we use it for, and it's a great tool.
More information on the Taylorville Police Department is available at taylorville.net/police-DEPT. Police Chief Dwayne Wheeler appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. Taylorville Memorial Hospital is in the early stages of carrying out its next Community Health Needs Assessment. The healthcare provider undergoes the process every 3 years, as do the other Memorial Health campuses. The aim is to discover what the key health-related needs are in their communities and tailor their services accordingly. Jay Bollinger, Community Health Consultant at Taylorville Memorial Hospital, says the assessment process begins with data collection.
Again, we're actively working to collect community health data and statistics around the health of the Christian County. And so we're working together to with all of the other affiliate hospitals are obviously doing the same data digging as well. But really excited to get back to work on that and to address, again, we do these every 3 years. So it really gives us a good understanding of health trends and if they're staying the same or if they're changing. So again, I'm actually really looking forward to kind of seeing what the data shows us and whether or not the the priorities that we selected for the last 3 years are going to be the same as the next 3 years, and what that kind of looks like.
Another step in the process is soliciting feedback from community members. Bollinger says surveys will open up in the coming months. More information on Taylorville Memorial Hospital is available at memorial.health. Jay Bollinger appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. The Christian County YMCA's fall soccer program is set to begin soon. They are expecting high enrollment and are happy with the numbers so far with respect to signups. Executive Director Bruce Blanchard says the program is drawing interest even from outside the county.
There was a team outside of Taylorville that decided to, from the Blue Mound area, Macon Meridian area, that decided to come play in our league. And that was really exciting to see that, as they were always a SASA team. So I think that kind of speaks volumes of the job Tanner and his staff are doing with our fall soccer program, and just kind of improving upon it year after year, season after season. A few weeks ago, about 2.5 weeks ago, we had close to about 80 kids registered. So, and that's great because usually our numbers aren't like that in the fall. So I think if that's any indication, Reed, we should have at least 18 to 20 teams. We should have close to 210 to 220 kids, and that's usually spring.
Yeah.
And so this is the fall.
Blanchard says the World Cup bump he predicted earlier in the summer appears to be materializing. More information on the Christian County YMCA is available at ccymca.org. Bruce Blanchard appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. The Hart Media Group is preparing to host its first annual Summer Scramble, bringing local golfers, businesses, and community members together for a day on the course. The event is scheduled for Friday at Lakeshore Golf Course in Taylorville. Registration will open at 9 with a shotgun start at 10. Golf awards and prizes are scheduled for approximately 2:30. Space for the Summer Scramble is limited, and those interested in participating are encouraged to register soon. Registration is available online by visiting tinyurl.com/HMG Summer Scramble or by scanning the QR code included on the event flyer, included in this story on our website, TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. The Summer Scramble is part of the Hart Media Group's efforts to support local news, local sports, and local communities, while bringing area residents and businesses together for a day of fun and networking. Now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. 83-year-old Roger D. Butch Ryan of Taylorville died on Wednesday. Visitation is today from 10 till noon at McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. A private graveside service will take place at St. Mary's Cemetery in Assumption. Cremation rights have been accorded. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. 84-year-old William Rodden of Nokomis died on Friday. Visitation is today from 10 till 11 at Steele Dawson Funeral Home in Nokomis. The funeral service will immediately follow. Burial will be at Calvary Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by Steele Dawson Funeral Home in Nokomis. 75-year-old Bill Owens of Nokomis died on Friday. Visitation is today from 3 till 4 at Steele Dawson Funeral Home in Nokomis. The funeral service will immediately follow. Interment will be at a later date. Cremation rights have been accorded. Arrangements are being handled by Steele Dawson Funeral Home in Nokomis. 76-year-old Karen Sue Willer of Taylorville died on July 30th. Interment will be at Anderson Cemetery tomorrow. Cremation rights have been accorded. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. 83-year-old Marilyn K. Beatty of Taylorville, formerly of Morrisonville, died August 2nd. Visitation is Thursday from 4 till 7 and Friday from 9:45 till 10:45 at a Sally Funeral Home in Morrisonville. The funeral mass will immediately follow the second visitation at St. Maurice Catholic Church. Burial will be at a later date at St. Maurice Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by a Sally Funeral Home in Morrisonville. And 83-year-old Virginia Ginny Louise Van Hooser Saltz of Caldwell, Idaho, formerly of Taylorville, died July 17th. A memorial service will be on Saturday at Meridian First Baptist Church in Meridian, Idaho. Arrangements are being handled by All Valley Cremation of Nampa, Idaho. Get news anytime from your computer